Hi friends, welcome to my channel Totally Transformed. My name is Dawn and I do videos on health and wellness, life transformation, and my own personal journey healing from chronic illness. Today, guys, I'm going to be doing the much awaited superfood coffee recipe. I'm so excited sharing this with you guys. And so just let's get started. But before I actually make everything, let me just go over a little bit about coffee. Let's have a little coffee talk or coffee chit chat right now. So, sorry, that was my spoon. So when it comes to coffee, there are people a lot out there that are coffee sensitive or caffeine, I should say caffeine sensitive. And I'm actually one of those. So I've been able to adapt this coffee to work for me and I drink it pretty regularly. It's a really amazing superfood coffee that helps to boost your immune system. But those that really shouldn't be doing caffeine are those with like chronic illness, those that have hypertension, anxiety, insomnia. If you have even fatigue issues, which I know that may not make sense, but drinking anything that's caffeinated can just put you on a hamster wheel and really make it difficult for you to recover. It can really overtax your adrenal glands. So you may want to just think about doing decaf, and this is what I do. And decaf still has a little bit of caffeine in it, but not much. But just to let you guys know, most coffees, they have between 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine. It really depends on how strong you make it or the type of coffee that you're using. And tea has between 20 to 60 milligrams of caffeine in it. But caffeine's not the only thing that's the problem. The other thing that is an issue is the fact that, I don't know if you guys know this, I only found this out just about 3 or 4 years ago, that coffee is the most pesticide-laden plant in the entire world. And so, yeah, I mean, can you imagine? Like, it's really not just about the caffeine that people are having issues with, it's also the fact that it's just really toxic. So I highly, highly recommend that you would do an organic coffee. I find mine at, they have it at Traders, they have it at Safeway, so it's easy to find it at the grocery stores these days. The decaf can be difficult to find. They do have one at Traders, but I don't like it because I'm not a French roast fan. So I use this thing called No Fun Joe decaf. I get it on Amazon. Find it really, really easily. And there are some alternatives to coffee in and of itself. There is chaga, but here's the deal. I tried this on its own and it just doesn't taste good. Like, well, I mean, it tastes fine. It tastes like its own thing. You can make a chaga latte and it'd be pretty good. But I like the coffee flavor, so what I do is, and just to make the base of the coffee itself, I use a French press. I think I got this on Amazon too. And I just love this because it's better than, I think, using the one that has glass, because mine kept breaking, you know, over time. But I'll use 2 tablespoons of the decaf and 1 teaspoon, I put the chaga in here. I had to order more because I was almost out. 1 teaspoon of the chaga, and this may sound crazy, but I put a couple things of black pepper in there, a couple turns. And the reason I do that, I'm not a black pepper fan of anything. You don't taste it, but that's because I add a superfood to that needs to become bioavailable, and that is turmeric. I add it to all my coffee, and you can add it into the grounds or you can add it into the coffee itself. Either or is fine. But the black pepper is necessary to make it bioavailable. And that's pretty much the base of my coffee, okay? So I'm gonna get cooking on that. Let me show you what I do. Okay, take 2 tablespoons of this. Overflowing tablespoons. Chaga. Okay, so while this is brewing, let me first talk to you guys about all these different things that are in here and the superfoods that are going on with this coffee. So chaga, why that would be really important to put in your coffee is because it is really great for your immune system. So it'll boost your immune system, and this is something that I read several times. I'm not making claims here. I have a disclaimer in the description of my description box that I use on these videos. But I am an acupuncturist. I'm not a doctor. So I've had over 15 years of practicing acupuncture, over 20 years of studying natural medicine. And medicinal mushrooms are really good for cysts or tumors. And what I heard about chaga is that it kills cancer cells on contact. So yeah, it's an amazing, amazing immune booster. And medicinal mushrooms are like that. In fact, I personally, I take care of a lot of women gynecologically. I help with a lot of fertility and gynecological issues and hormonal balance. And I have a formula that I call the cyst formula. I ought to get it patented, or not, well, made up. I don't think it can patent herbs, unfortunately. But it helps reduce people's, I mean, I've never had anybody not have success with that. So this may help you with that too, if you have some issues with cysts, you know. And so, yeah, read up about chaga. It's really, really amazing. Turmeric is anti-inflammatory. That's why I add it. And it's also really great for your immune system too, okay? And then a lot of times too, I add cinnamon to my coffee, and this is really good too, believe it or not, gynecologically. It's really awesome for any kind of cramping or pain, but it's also known really well for blood sugar. So really the base of coffee that I do is turmeric, cinnamon, I can't say that, cinnamon, and yeah, and then the black pepper, you know, chaga coffee. That's basically what I make all the time. Now, let's get to doing the cream, which I'm super excited about, okay? Okay guys, so what you're gonna do first is add a full can of coconut milk to a blender bottle. Then you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of raw cacao butter to that. Then you're gonna add soaked cashews. I've been soaking these this morning, all morning, and I soaked them in hot water. You're gonna drain that off and then add it to this. And then if you want, you can add a vanilla bean to it, but that can be expensive. Excuse me while I get the phone. Okay, so I drained off the cashews water, and then I stuck it into the blender, and now I'm going to mix it up. Okay, once that is done, you want to drain the cream, and look at how thick and creamy that is, guys. The reason you're draining this is just in case anything is left over, and this is gonna drain slowly, so but yeah, you're doing this just because you're gonna have some leavings of the cashews left over. Once that's drained, you have your cream, and this will store for up to a week in a nice glass container. So just pour it in here. And this is super, super yummy on the Whole30. It is slightly sweet because we added the coconut butter to it. If you taste coconut butter on its own, it reminds me of vegan desserts, because that's what they make a base of a lot of the vegan desserts with. So anyway, now let me show you how to put this all together into a latte. Okay, so now that you're done with blending all that together and straining it, I just put some in this bottom here of my cup, and I'm going to add the coffee to that. I'm gonna add a little bit more. And then I'm going to add turmeric to this. And like I said, you can add it into the grounds itself before, but a lot of times I add it afterwards. And then I'm going to add some cinnamon to this. Make it a cinnamon latte. And then you'll want to blend it up. Look at that foam on there, guys. Amazing. Okay, and just a bit about this blender that I bought, that I have right here. We got that for like $20 at, I got something on my lens there, sorry guys. We got it for $20 at Walgreens, so it's a lot cheaper than getting a cappuccino machine. So basically you just pour this into your cup, and look at that beautiful latte there, guys. Man, who needs Starbucks? But we do need the Starbucks mug, right? All right, and then to this, let's just add some cinnamon. Sorry, I put my cinnamon away. But let's just add this to the top. And there you go, okay? So for those of you that are in Whole30, this is perfect. This is completely compliable. Some people like to add dates to the actual cream. Honestly, it doesn't make it any more sweeter. I did try that not knowing it wasn't compliant. But if you're not in Whole30, here are some options for you to add to your coffee that I just love. Dark chocolate, stevia sweetener. I still got that thing on my lens, sorry guys. French vanilla, and I use this one a lot, English toffee. But I haven't been using this while I was on Whole30. Another thing to do to make a mocha is add some cacao. Cacao is another superfood. Amazing for you. It has magnesium. This really, really helps as, you know, depression. It helps feel good. Every so often I'm just like, oh, I feel like having a mocha. And anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any ideas too with coffee, things that you like to do, please leave that information below. I'd love to hear about it. We have a Facebook group called Totally Transformed. We'd love for you guys to be a part of. So you can join us by going to, we'll put the link in the bottom of the description box. And please subscribe to this channel and support it. I would really love that. We love having you guys as a part of our family. And anyway, guys, I'm gonna be sipping my coffee here. Thank you for hanging out with me. Love and blessings.